we could fly.
This is your summer. That means Six Flags and the taste of an ice-cold Coca-Cola. We're talking thrilling coasters, delicious burgers, real moments together, and this. Coke is summer refreshment when you need it most, so you can hop on another ride or race down a slide at the water park. Six Flags and Coca-Cola. Come make it yours. Visit sixflags.com/Coke to save up to $20 on passes, plus daily tickets starting at $34.99.
Sustainable Brown Girl Radio Show. My absolute favorite place to shop in downtown Newnan is Greenhouse Mercantile on East Washington Street. This aesthetically pleasing lifestyle store features a collection of goods from local artists, Black-owned businesses, and fair trade products. The owner, Kenya, also offers services to curate your wardrobe and make your home a sanctuary with interior design. Next time you're in downtown Newnan, be sure to stop by Greenhouse Mercantile. Open Wednesday through Saturday until 4 p.m.
I'm Gail Nankervis, your host of the Less Sucky Divorce radio show, and I'm the owner of Blue Skies Mediation in Peachtree City. I help people get a less sucky divorce. Not you, but maybe your neighbor or friend or sister. I'm a certified divorce financial analyst and a licensed family mediator, and I use these skills with my clients to help them get a professional divorce without escalating fees and emotions. My goal is to help them get through the divorce process while retaining their sanity, their assets, and most importantly, their integrity.
Welcome to Connecting Hearts. Connecting hearts of women to resources, information, and to one another. Presented by Creative Heart Studios, 18 Perry Street and Newnan. Now here's your host, Margie Conway.
This is Margie from Connecting Hearts Network. I'd like you to take just a moment and listen to Linda Kirkpatrick explain to you what Family Patterns Matters is all about.
Family Patterns Matter works with youth and their families to help overcome barriers that prevent their success. We meet twice a month with mentoring, tutoring, teaching life skills, resilience, gratitude, and kindness. We also bring music and art therapy. Please visit our website at www.familypatternsmatter.org.
Hello. I'm Pina Payne with Contour Mortgage, and we're so excited. We have just moved to this new company, and we are located at 560 Newnan Crossing Bypass in Newnan next to Art and Jake's, and we have some great products. Our interest rates are better than any other companies, and we also have some great products for the VA. We can do a better deal for you with fees than any other company. We have a lot of different kind of programs and products, and we would...
Hi, I'm Holly Reese. I'm the founder of Warrior Defenders. I'm a certified tactical self-defense instructor, and I specialize in women's self-defense. I teach technical drills for survival skills and education on self-defense tools and how to use them. My journey started in self-defense because I'm a domestic violence survivor. I'm here to empower women, to teach them how to be their own heroes, and to learn today to have a safer tomorrow.
You can find Holly online at www.warriordefenders.com.
Hi, this is Margie Conway from Creative Heart Studios, and this is the Connecting Hearts Network. We have been a little bit quiet last couple of weeks. There hadn't been quite as much going on, but that's okay. We're about to pick back up for the rest of the summer. And I want to go ahead and introduce you to my guest today. It's a dear friend of mine, Vicki Adams. Hey, Vicki, I'm glad you're here today.
Hey, Margie. I enjoy being here. I want to tell my story. So.
Yeah, Vicki has a very inspiring story, and she is here today to tell us about a lifestyle. It is not a diet. It's not a direct sales company she works for. She's not paid for any advertisement or anything, but doing this has made a difference in Vicki's life with her health and everything else. And so she has she's mentoring others. We started a small group here for a while, but with all of the lockdowns and everything, it kind of dwindled off. So we're getting ready to start a new one. So I want to introduce you to the Shibboleth lifestyle. Vicki, tell us a little bit about what Shibboleth is.
Like you mentioned, Shibboleth is a lifestyle. It's not a diet. It is something that you have to do. You have to make the decision, and you have to figure out what your why is for making that decision to make the change. And it's just a healthy eating program. The people that founded it, it's very Christian. It's very Christian based. I tell people that because some people don't want to hear about Christ. But in this program, if you listen to any of their coaches or counselors, you're going to hear about Christ. And so for me, how I got involved in this was back in 2008. My mother was diagnosed with brain cancer. Right. I had tried to lose weight before then, and then after she got diagnosed, I was working full time and was taking care of her. Right. So the weight started coming back on. Well, then she died in 2010, and I really just didn't care. Yeah. So I gained up to 270 pounds. I was so unhealthy. I worked for the GBI at the time. I would park in the parking lot, and before I got to the office, I had to stop just to get my breath. It was horrible. I started talking to my doctor about trying to lose weight, and it just seemed like I couldn't. So he sent me to an endocrinologist. Right. When I went in, she took my blood sugar. She came back in with a pitcher of water and said, "Drink this water." Wow. If you're a diabetic, you know what an A1C is. Right. A normal person's A1C is under 6. Mine was 14.5. Oh, goodness. Which meant my blood sugars were running 500s all the time. Scared me. I did not want to take shots, so she had me drink the water. It came down a little. She came in and she said, I will not put you on insulin if you think you can make a drastic lifestyle change. So I went out and I decided that I was going to try to eat healthier. So I started doing some things, and I lost from 270 down to about 260. My A1Cs were coming down, so I never had to go on insulin.
Well, that's good. I remember during that time, it was a real struggle with your mom, and I remember how you were right after that. I don't think I knew that your sugars went quite that high, but that is something. Sometimes it takes us a scare or a big reckoning before we make any lifestyle changes.
So I went on, and I was trying to figure out, I've got to have some help. I can't do this on my own. And I was looking at the different programs to join. There's a lot of good programs. I was looking at Weight Watchers, but Weight Watchers was pretty expensive. I was living paycheck to paycheck, just couldn't afford it. One of the girls, one of my dear friends at the church, called me and said, "Hey, will you do a diet with me?" Right. One of my friends has lost a lot of weight. And I said, "Well, how much is it?" And at the time she said it was $99 for the year. Well, that was only a few months of Weight Watchers. Right. I said, "Well, what the heck? It's not going to hurt." Yeah. So I signed up, and I got started listening to the videos that they have available. They do live streams, and the founder, his name's Travis Martin, was talking, and he said, I was about 240 at the time. He said, if you weigh 235 pounds and you're maintaining that 235 pounds, you're eating, that means you're eating enough food for a 235 pound person. If you want to weigh 170, which, by the way, that's what my ultimate goal was. If you want to weigh 170, you got to eat like that 170 pound person, which means that's less food. Right. So that means you need to embrace the growl and move on. And it was like he was talking to me. It slapped me in the face, and I started really doing the program. I got down to about 195-ish was probably the lowest that I got, and then COVID hit. Right. So got sent home, sat at home. I'm sitting by the kitchen, started eating. I'm back up to about 208. So I am back trying to get the whole thing again. I'm still working at my house, but I need to do this. So I am back on the program. I started, they do challenges all the time where you have a week to do these particular things. And like they say, you can do anything for a week. And so started it Monday, and I'm down 4 pounds.
That's great. And how is your blood sugars and blood pressure and everything doing now?
Well, my blood sugar, the last 2 years that I have went to my doctor, my blood sugars are now 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was the best thing. I'm almost completely off of the metformin now. I'm down to 1 pill a day. We're probably going to come off of that completely. Never went on insulin. Was never put on insulin.
Well, that's good. And I've mentioned a couple of times when I've talked about oils or herbs or something that back when I had all the arthritis and they started prescribing all of the steroids and everything, I got way up to 50 or so and felt worse. And the sugar went up and the blood pressure went up. And the way that I got out of it was nutrition. I started juicing and started watching what I was eating. Started anti-inflammation foods, started all of those things. And one thing you actually introduced me to through Dr. Daniel Amen and stuff was all the healthy fats, because I thought fat's fat, you don't do it. And then, when I started studying inflammation and that, I learned more about the healthy fats, and that makes a huge difference in my life. But I got pretty far down, then it just stopped. And I joined Shibboleth with you. We had a couple of groups. I hadn't done anything for a week, though. I didn't get into it enough to really do it. But I can tell you that when you start, it is an online presence and things in there. They have a whole group you can go to, but they have like this fast start. And so you get an email and you watch the video, and it gives you these hints and tips and support and stuff, and you do what it says that day, and then the next day you add something else, and you do that for about a week to kind of ease you into the program to get started. And then they move you through to another level. So they walk with you every step of the way, even though it's online, but nowadays most things are.
Right. Yeah, and when I joined, it was, like I said, $99 for the year. Eventually, they offered an extra payment for a lifetime membership, so now I don't really pay anything. But they actually went to, Travis really got convicted over the program, and he wanted to help more people. So now they actually have a free version. You can go to www.shibboleth, and that's SHIBBOLETH lifestyle.com, and it's totally free. The website is amazing with everything on there. You have videos that teach you all about the nutrition, which to me, I've always been, I need to know why I need to do that. Don't just tell me you can't eat it. Tell me why I can't eat it. And tell me what I can eat. There is substitutions for just about everything. I love ice cream. Well, yesterday I'm on this week-long challenge, and you have specific types of food that you can eat each day. You choose. Well, yesterday I did the ice cream, so I had for lunch an entire pint of Halo Top ice cream, and then I had unstuffed cabbage roll for my dinner, and then last night after I got home from church, I had salted caramel Halo Top ice cream. So a whole pint.
Now I can see where the unwrapped cabbage roll would help. I don't see where the ice cream does good, except it builds up yours. Yeah. I don't know, comfort, self-esteem levels, all those good things, which are good. I mean, you've got to have that dopamine going in your brain to be able to achieve anything. I know that when I started it, I'll tell you, I did find some good foods on it when they were introducing them to them, like those, is it Ben and Larry's? The cookies?
Yes.
I always get confused because of ice cream.
I think it is.
I love the protein cookies. I keep one of them a lot of the times just to use instead of a meal. But they had combinations and substitutions like you were talking, and they have all these charts and stuff you can download to your phone or print out, however you want to do it. But tell us a little bit about how they do the combinations and how that works.
Okay. Well, each type of food is given a number. So you have category 1, which is your lean protein. So you have like chicken breast and just different kinds of lean protein, lean pork,
right?
Those things. So there's a whole list of them. Egg whites. I mean, there's just a ton. And then you have category 2, which is your fibrous carbs. Well, fibrous carbs are like broccoli and cauliflower and those kind of things. You have category 3, which is your energy carbs. So you've got, potatoes and sweet potatoes and those kind of things. 4 is your fat plus protein. So that's going to be your steaks, your whole eggs. You have fruits is category 5. So each one of those, and in the once you learn what those are, then you have combinations. So like my meal, I can have a lean protein and a fibrous carb, or I can have I can have a potato, which is an energy carb.
Right.
But when I eat that potato, I need to make sure I'm eating a lean protein, like a chicken breast, not a piece of steak.
Okay.
And a fibrous carb like broccoli. So if I have a chicken breast cooked properly, broccoli and a half a baked potato, I can eat that. And those are the things. And with this program, you can eat clean.
Right.
So you can eat everything from the outside areas of the grocery store, but they do give you things that you can eat that are like the ice cream they give me. I mean, I can't go every day to Dairy Queen and get a pint of ice cream and eat it, but they give you a list of things that you can. Like the Halo Top ice cream, the strawberry yesterday, the entire pint was 270 calories.
Okay.
So, so there are exchanges that you make for some of the things. I can have pizza. I can go to Domino's and get a pizza. I get a thin crust pizza, and then I eat a couple of slices of that and have a salad with the appropriate dressing on it. So I get those kind of things. I can go to Chick-fil-A. They have a list of places that you can go, and I can go to any restaurant and order and eat on this program. But you have to. When I go, I just know that if I'm going to go to the steak place, I'm going to eat the appropriate portion of the steak. Half of a baked potato. Not half a baked potato. Sorry. I'm going to eat the steak, and I'm going to eat some broccoli. So when I go, so they give you the tools to be able to live the lifestyle forever. But the biggest thing that I love is that you don't cheat. You have holidays.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that next. I know when the schedule that you do, you get so many holidays depending on what part you're in and all that. So when we have the church dinners over there with the big potlucks and everything, Vicky's, I'm on a holiday. I can eat what I want.
I'm on a holiday. That's right. So I get I go on there and you get 6 holidays a month. That's more than one a week.
Yeah.
So you just eat perfect. I usually do one. I usually do one a week. So I just have to eat perfect 6 days, and then I can do whatever, hog trough it, if that's is how Travis says it. Yeah, Travis is he's quite country. I'm country, but Travis is like this because it's not Shibboleth, it's Shibboleth.
I've heard him.
And he hog troughs it.
She's right, I heard him.
Yeah. Actually, the term is a biblical term, and it's actually pronounced Shibboleth.
Yeah.
So he has completely done this program as a Christian-based organization.
And the Shibboleth, I looked it up before. I'm not positive I'm correct now, but it was in the praise of God.
Yeah, it had something to do with it was a password. There was a time when they were being persecuted or whatever, and it has something to do with in order to get into the area where they were, you had to know the password.
Yeah.
And again, when you look at it, you don't necessarily think of Shibboleth.
Right.
And so they had to know the word and know how to pronounce it to be able to get into the area. So it was some kind of a password that kept them safe.
Well, and that makes good sense because, you know, he's giving you a password into a healthy life. That makes good sense the way that he did that. And I know you hit on something that was kind of when I started doing it, just not really started doing it. When I attended some of the meetings and looked at the material, the processed foods, and you're talking about clean eating, because I do try, I'm not great at it, but I do try to eat more clean than processed. Simply inflammation and all that. But they give you the easy to use products. It's like you could go in those center aisles of your store and pull the cans or the boxes out and use those, which, by the way, is what my husband considers healthy eating, because you only make one hamburger helper instead of actually making something lean. And it's taken me 20 years, and I'm still not there. And I'm like, hamburger helper is not healthy. It is not a light dinner. But a lot of people, you know, quick and easy, that's the way they do it. Because another thing you mentioned is the money, because money does prohibit a lot of people from a lot of these healthy living styles. Right.
And it can get, if depending on especially if you're eating lean, I mean, you're eating the whole foods. Right. It can get pretty expensive because you're having to buy the lean ground beef, which is not cheap, and then you're having to buy the chicken breast instead of thighs or whatever. Right. Now you can have chicken thighs, but I tend to go with a chicken breast just because
I don't like that dark meat, and I don't like the skin, and I don't like all the little fatty stuff on things. It's a texture problem.
I know, really. But like I love shrimp, so I do. So it can get. I mean, it can be expensive if you go totally that way. But there are ways that you can eat. You can eat, dry beans and collards. I mean,
that's too much trouble.
Yeah. So you can buy canned beans. You can buy frozen foods, and so there are ways. I mean, Travis talks about when he first did it. He ate a lot of beanie weenies, but you fix them you fixing them the proper way.
I just can't imagine a proper way for beanie weenies.
I know.
Hot sauce. Well, that helps burn calories.
yeah, absolutely. So but if you can come up with any kind of excuse. Yeah. So, and that's the thing. You have to know your why.
That was the next thing I was coming up to you is that why is important, whether it's diet or jobs or your marriage or anything else. The why you are there is what keeps you there and keeps you doing it.
Right. The thing for me was that it was a little more expensive to buy that 96% lean ground beef, but it was a whole lot more expensive if I had to go on insulin or I had to have some kind of health problem down the road because of my diabetes was so high. Right. I mean, literally, mine was so high that it's scary. I mean, that's the kind that kills kidneys and causes you to lose limbs and just different things. So it's like it scared me to the point where I had to do something, and then God pointed me towards this program because I mean, it's just the people are amazing. Travis is still reachable. I am friends with him on Facebook. If I have a question, I write Travis. Now he doesn't. I mean, like I said, now they're giving it free, so it's not like he's in it for the money. Him and his wife are just good people.
I joined it back when it was the 59 for the lifetime, so I'm still in it. I need to open that up, and we need to maybe start our group back up, and let's do it because, like we were talking last night. Everybody's noticed my husband, since he's been out with surgery, has lost some weight again. and that's because he didn't have much of an appetite last week. And but I didn't lose any weight. I think I gained what he lost because I'm sitting at home more. So I need to do something. And the why is what I'll have to get down to do it. But, you bringing that up about you were scared with the diabetes and things, and that's sometimes, folks, that's where God's got to get you. Whether it's your health and your diet or your lifestyle and other areas and ways that you're living, sometimes you've just got to get to that point where it's like, oh no, I've hit bottom. How do I get back up? And when you look up, God is there to help pull you there.
Right. Yeah, I still want to get down to that 170. I need to have a new driver's license picture.
Oh, yeah.
My driver's license picture was it was probably more like 270, but you know how you always lie, I said 265 on my driver's license. So, and I went to, like I mentioned that I used to work for the GBI. Well, I had to go to the FBI office one time, and there's security everywhere, so you have to give them your driver's license and your first child.
Yeah.
So, so I handed the guy my driver's license, and he had to look to make sure it was me because it's definitely different. And I want a new picture, but you can only get one, so I need to lose the 30 pounds. So hey, y'all come join me, and that will help me get back on track too.
And that's it. Support of your friends and people that you're doing it with helps you do it. So. If you are interested in learning more about this and possibly joining in a group, I've got the studio over there on Perry Street. Send us an email or put a message down under when you see the video going around Facebook and stuff, or audio going around Facebook and stuff. And I'll get with Vicki and we'll try to set one up and invite you all to it so you can come. And it is, first of all, gathering together for any reason is good and it's supportive to each other. But when we're trying to support each other health-wise and everything else, that's something we all need to concentrate on doing, is helping not just the women, but the men and everybody get healthy and walk
this
the way
is
we
not
should
just a
walk.
woman's program,
No, if it was that, Travis Scott wouldn't be in it.
Right.
But and he is entertaining. I will tell you that.
Yes.
We'll stick the website up so you can see what the website is. He is entertaining. Some of the things you got to join before you get in there to see the videos and stuff. And I'm the type of person that jumps way ahead and tries to look at the advanced stuff before I do the beginner stuff. And, sometimes even I have to start at the beginning line and not jump to the finish line. All right, Vicki did mention that she used to work for the GBI. We need to get Vicki in here one day to talk to us about that. It's a lot more serious. It's not as much fun as the conversations we had today because she was in the Crimes Against Children's unit and did a lot.
22 years.
Yeah, and she did a lot of investigation through the laptops, and she saw many things that we don't want to see, and that's not necessarily what we'll talk about, but we'll talk about how we can keep our kids safer and the things we need to do. Right now, if you're Home Depot, you better be careful because she's in their fraud department. She's going to find you there too. But I thank you, Vicki, for coming on. And I did point out she sings pretty good, so maybe one day we'll just get her up here to sing. I thought about that. I've got some good singers. Y'all need to get up here and just sing for a show one time and entertain us. But I thank you for coming on.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, Vicki has jumped in with the Connecting Hearts Network. I'm meeting with our sponsors tonight so that we can kick off our Tea Talk show on July the 9th. We're going to have our first Tea Talk. It's going to be at 10 on Saturday. Is that right? All right, and we're going to be giving you information and promoting it. I just want to meet with those ladies tonight and nail everything down before I put it out there. And I thank you for listening to us the way that you do. I know that you do. You go and check the website out because I see the jumping hits every time after everything's released. We're working on a better website just for the Connecting Hearts. And you would think, while I'm sitting at home with Ricky and he's recuperating, I'd have had that all done yet. But I think I've been eating the potato chips a little bit too much, so maybe I haven't. But thank you for listening to us today. Join us again next week, and we will have a lot of fun connecting with you. If you want to find me in the meantime, head down Perry Street, open those doors, and yell Margie. Eventually, I'll come out. Now, since he's had surgery, I haven't been there very many days to come out, but Dana knows how to find me if you're yelling my name down the road. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for tuning in to Connecting Hearts of women to resources, information, and to one another. Presented by Creative Hearts Studios, 18 Perry Street, here in Newnan. 404-528-8461. Until next time, have a wonderful day.
Hi, I'm Holly Reese.
We could fly.
This is your summer. That means Six Flags in the taste of an ice-cold Coca-Cola. We're talking thrilling coasters, delicious burgers, real moments together, and this. Coke is summer refreshment when you need it most, so you can hop on another ride or race down a slide at the water park. Six Flags and Coca-Cola. Come make it yours. Visit sixflags.com/Coke to save up to $20 on passes, plus daily tickets starting at $34.99.
Attention Medicaid members, with Peach State Health Plan, you can earn dollar rewards for healthy activities like going to the doctor or taking your child to their yearly physical. Get Medicaid that pays you back from Peach State Health Plan. Go to pickpeachstate.com to learn more.